All right, let's talk about it. Should Mike Tomlin be on the hot seat? The Steelers just suffered another loss in the playoffs, this time to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the Steelers were favored by I think at least like 7 or something like that. They were at home. They were facing the number one or I guess number two defense behind the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Had some young studs, Calais Campbell, Jalen Ramsey, AJ Boye, Miles Jack, Telvin Smith. They got a lot of good guys on that defensive side of the ball. So many people thought that this could be the upset of the week, but a lot of people, Vegas, thought this game will go to be in the Steelers' favor. Um, Big Ben had a good game. Let's take a look at the stats, man. Let's just throw this out there. 37 for 58, 469, 5 TDs, 1 INTO, 2 turnovers because he definitely fumbled the ball. So the problem really wasn't the offensive side of the ball so much as the defense, man. You gave up 45 points to Blake Bortles. Now, that usually comes down to the head coach or that comes down to the quarterback. And in this situation, I think a lot of people are giving the blame to Mike Tomlin. The Steelers didn't seem prepared in that first quarter. The Jaguars just came out and just steamrolled them. They took a 14-0 zip in the first a 14-0 lead in the first quarter, and eventually ended up going up 21 zip. So the Steelers had to fight back the whole day. There was no time for running the ball. They had to really commit to the pass. As you can see, Big Ben threw 58 passes. Now, it's crazy when you put in perspective that Tom Brady threw, I think he threw 53 or 56 in a win where it was a blowout. But that's neither here nor there. Blake Bortles didn't even have an amazing game. 14 for 26, 214 yards, 1 TD passing. But he did have a few key first down runs, 5 carries, 35 yards. And I think he picked up maybe like 2 or 3 first downs with his legs. And he did pick up some key third down conversions with passing the ball, honestly. But a lot of people want to put the blame on Mike Tomlin. Let's just take a look at his record in his 11 years with the Steelers. He's 116 and 60. That's over a 60% win record, and people want him to get fired. All right, let's just do this. He won the division 6 of the 11 seasons. All right, so 6 out of 11. That's over 50% as well. And then he went to the playoffs 8 out of 11 times. Oh, let me guess. That's over 80% of the time he's been there. They went to the playoffs. Now he only has one Super Bowl win to show for it. And he's only been to one Super Bowl after that. So 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 win. That's 50%. I guess you'll take it. But they haven't gotten there. They haven't gotten there in maybe how long has it been? I think he went his first 2 of 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. So if you look at it like that, they haven't been in at least 7 years. So that's why a lot of people want him gone. But the Steelers continue to have success. I think his lowest record ever was 8-8. We could take a look at that. He went 8-8 2 years in a row, and I think those are the years that Big Ben got injured. Honestly, and that's when Michael Vick had to play sparingly and Landry Jones as well. So I'm not gonna crush him for that. I can't crush him for that, but he does have a few mishaps, man, as far as time management and as far as coaching adjustments. They have disappointed a few times, even in this game. I don't want to put all the blame on him, but that onside kick in the fourth quarter where all they needed to do was get one stop. We know the Jaguars were going to play it safe. I didn't see any way in hell that that the Jaguars would have passed the ball had they got to a third down and they were in the Steelers territory. I refuse to believe they would have put the ball in Blake Bortles' hands. So that onside kick was terrible. That led to a field goal, and they went up 10, and the game was pretty much over from there. Um, I will have to say, man, that onside kick, I don't know what he was thinking. I know the Steelers' defense struggled all game, but in a situation where, the Jaguars, they just want to run a timeout, it's the fourth quarter. I don't even remember how much time was left. I think it was about 2 minutes left. So they had a little bit over 2 minutes. They had the 2 minute warning to their favor. All he had to do was kick it off, kick it out the back of the end zone. Let them run the ball 3 straight times. You stop them. They were gonna stop. They're gonna stack the box. I don't think Leonard Fournette was gonna go anywhere. I don't think the Jaguars would have tried to get creative and do something tricky and trust Blake Bortles to throw the ball. So honestly, they probably were gonna run up the middle 3 straight plays. Um, and the Steelers and Mike Tomlin just decided he was gonna onside kick for whatever reason, and the Jaguars got the field goal. But honestly, man, I think that ultimately ruined them because I feel like with the momentum that the Steelers had offensively, Antonio Brown was doing his thing. Le'Veon Bell was eating. Martavis Bryant had a few nice catches. He had the bomb right before halftime. Um, Vance McDonald had an amazing game. 10 catches for 112 yards from tight end position. So that means he was roasting Miles Jack and the tight ends, and I mean, I said the tight ends and the safeties, and Tayshaun Gibson, who got injured, left with a shoulder injury. Barry Church, they struggled to guard him. So Vance McDonald had a great game. Le'Veon Bell even had a great game, catching 9 catches for 88 yards. So they were doing their thing, man. Ben Roethlisberger, I didn't calculate it. I actually want to do it during the stream right now. I'm about to see what percentage of his passes did he complete. So let's just do that real quick. I think let's see if it was above 60%. Let's just take a look. Ah, crap. Uh, then I gotta do this over again. Let's see. All right, got the calculator out here on the computer. So he completed 63% of his passes. That's good enough to win the game. I'm not sure what his QB rating was. I'm not on. I didn't use ESPN box score. I used NFL.com. So, um, yeah, Mike Tomlin definitely had a blunder there. That killed them. Also, who knows how different this game would have been had Shazier played. Ryan Shazier has missed with that. He had that spinal injury earlier in the season. I think it was against the Patriots. Yeah, that was like week 14, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that spinal injury. He's out for the season. So hopefully he gets back. I'm a Ohio State fan. So I'm praying for him. Wish him the best. But yeah, man, I say all that to say I don't think Mike Tomlin should be fired, but I do think, man, they got to put some pressure on him. Ty Haley cost them too. Big Ben is 6'5", at least 250. Big Ben has to be at least 250. I have to Google this now. I'm googling this mid video right now. He's only 241, but that's probably when he first came out. Big Ben's probably like 250 now. 6'5", 250, 4 inches. You call a toss to the weak side? You go to the weak side of the field? All right, so you're not gonna QB sneak. You're not gonna give to Le'Veon Bell up the gut. Go right at those linebackers, those undersized linebackers, and make them make a play. Okay, you wanna test their speed. That was cute, Ty Haley. So then they get it 4-for-1 again. You know what they do? They pass the ball. I think they did play action on that. They passed the ball incomplete. Now AJ Boy definitely got away with a holding on Juju Smith, but that was a terrible play call nonetheless. They should have ran the ball again. QB sneak. You have Big Ben. He's 6'5". Also, NFL research. You can check their Twitter. They tweeted out Big Ben has gotten a first down on 18 out of 19 QB sneaks on fourth down. So you're still not gonna give it to Big Ben? Come on, Ty Haley. What are you doing? Get it together. So I guess you can still put the onus on Mike Tomlin for not at least telling his offensive coordinator what to do. Because the head coach still has authority over the game. He can tell you, I want you to QB sneak it right here, and the offensive coordinator will have to listen. Um, those were two critical plays because those were two fourth down stops that gave the Jaguars the ball back. And also, Big Ben turnovers led to 14 points. So you need to play almost a flawless game, it seems like, because of that defense was not great at all today. They really missed Shazier. They let Blake Bortles light him up a little bit. 14 for 20. He only had 14 completions, but 214 yards. So I mean, yeah, he was those are not dink and dunks. Those are far from dink and dunks. 214 yards on 14 completions are far from dink and dunks. Um, so Steelers struggled today. They're going home. They won't play. They won't be playing the Patriots like they thought they would. They shouldn't. They honestly were looking ahead of the Jaguars instead of just looking at the task at hand, which was to beat the Jaguars. They were all focused on the Patriots, and look what happened. Mike Tomlin, and that's all Mike Tomlin's fault too, because he the one that said we will see the Patriots again, and now that gave the confidence to all the other players to say that. I like the confidence, but in this sport, you don't like to give other teams motivation. And I think they gave the Jaguars all the motivation in the world to not let them see the Patriots. So Mike Tomlin has to get some blame here. I don't think he should be fired. But bad coaching decision with that onside kick here. So we'll see what happens. I doubt he'll be fired. Steelers ownership doesn't usually react like that. Um, and that's about it, man. Make sure you definitely like, subscribe, comment. Appreciate all the love and feedback. I'm out. Skirt.